But what if history chose a different path that morning? Let me take you back to a moment when the whole world unknowingly held its breath, to a warm June morning in 1914, and to a single trigger that never got pulled, and the world that might have been. Sarajevo's narrow streets were buzzing as the car of Archduke Franz Ferdinand rolled slowly forward. Hidden among the crowd, young Gavrilo Princip gripped his pistol with trembling hands. The shot that would ignite the world was only seconds away. The first bomb attempt had already failed, just as in real history. But this time, history didn't make that one fatal mistake. The wrong turn down a side street. Not today. The Archduke's driver stayed on the planned route. Princip never saw his target again. The crowd dispersed, and the evening newspapers dismissed the incident as nothing more than a small extremist provocation. No one realized the world had quietly exhaled. With the assassination failed, Europe's leaders were thrown into confusion. Austria-Hungary no longer had the excuse it needed to crush Serbia. Germany fumed. Its war-hungry generals had to sweep their grand plans off the table. London relaxed. Paris breathed easier. In Moscow, the Tsar murmured to his advisor, "Perhaps fate has given us a second chance." And so the summer of 1914 became one of the quietest, yet darkest with possibility, in history. Even Austria's harsh ultimatum to Serbia carried no weight. "What's the point? Nothing happened," murmured the world. Without global support, Serbia simply accepted the demands. The domino that once toppled millions into their graves never fell. Then the butterfly effect began. The Ottoman Empire never entered a great war. Without external pressure, it turned inward to heal. Its collapse was delayed not by 4 or 5 years, but perhaps by decades. The Russian Revolution never erupted. Without the crushing burden of a catastrophic war, the people had no spark to ignite rebellion. Lenin's rise was stalled, maybe erased entirely. The Soviet Union was never born. Germany, spared humiliation and starvation, never spiraled into the rage that fueled extremism. And most striking of all, Hitler remained a footnote, an unremarkable former soldier. No Nazi party, no fascist wave across Europe, no Holocaust. By the 1930s, the world looked utterly different. Europe never split into two hostile blocs. Instead of preparing for war, nations competed economically. The United States never emerged as the dominant superpower because Europe had never collapsed. Science and technology advanced steadily but slowly. Without war, humanity postponed its darkest ideas, like the atomic bomb, by decades. And in the Middle East, without the Sykes-Picot lines, the region evolved far more naturally, forming a more united and coherent landscape. All of it because one trigger was never pulled. Think about it. Sometimes, the hesitation of a single finger is enough to change the fate of the world.